Welcome back to the Ross Bolen podcast. I am the aforementioned, here as always with Jared Borislow, J-Bone. Say hello to the lovely listeners and tell us of your travels.
Spank my ass and call me Bill Buckner. I'm back, baby.
Okay.
I do have some travel stories. I took a 6:45 a.m. flight.
Whoa, hey, Bruce, we're doing a podcast here, man.
I hope the mic picked up his he triple sneezed.
That wasn't even a sneeze. It was like it was like a hairball situation. And then maybe it turned into a sneeze. I'm not sure. But he's definitely he's thrown.
He
doesn't know what to do. He might puke.
Have you ever sneezed so hard that you had to stand up and reevaluate your life?
I've sneezed so hard that I had to sit down because I got dizzy.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Like from the
You've never
oxygen
sneezed
loss?
so hard that you got you see little sparklies in your vision or whatever?
Floaters?
Floaters. Not floaters, but sort of like floaters. Maybe they're floaters. I'll leave you a floater. Show me to your toilet.
Yeah. In my upper deck? Would you upper deck me?
No, I'd never do that to you.
I really want
to
upper
fish
deck.
it out, bro? No.
I would like to upper deck somebody, like one of my friends' toilets at a party, like a Super Bowl party. I think it would be funny. But then I also
You can only do that if you have like a really healthy bowel movement.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want
You know what I
diarrhea.
mean? You can't be spraying in somebody's upper deck. It's not cool, man.
It's not.
Can't do that.
I've never poop upper decked. I pee upper decked before.
What?
I've peed into the upper deck of a toilet before, but I never pooped into one.
Yeah, I didn't mean what so much as why.
So I was really drunk, and I was in the back seat. I was not driving. I was at a gas station, and I went out, and for some reason the upper deck thing was off, and I was like, okay.
For some reason.
I was like, I have 4 options right now.
Probably because the toilet was broken already.
Probably. I could pee into the bowl like a normal person. I could pee into the sink like a drunk person. I could pee into the trash can like a homeless person, or I could pee into the upper deck. And I opted
a shitty person.
like a shitty person. Yes. And I went for that one. But
Okay.
that's a different travel story than the one I have this morning.
Yeah,
for
what?
you. I took a 6:45 a.m. flight from Milwaukee to Dallas, and then I had a connecting flight from Dallas to Austin, and I came right into the office because I'm a grind boy.
Grinding.
So on my flight from Milwaukee to Dallas, I had an interesting person sit next to me. She clearly didn't fly that much. First thing she did was
New to the sky?
New to the sky. She was flying the friendly skies, but she was a novice. They weren't good friends. They were flying the acquaintance skies.
Okay.
So she first thing she does is she pulls out her phone and goes, "You a fan of sports?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like sports."
Sure do.
I couldn't really lie. I'm wearing a Pebble Beach polo.
Yeah.
Just Pebble Beach golf links. So I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Where would be a good seat? I'm buying a ticket for the Milwaukee Bucks versus Atlanta Hawks game. Where should I buy a ticket?" I'm like, kind of depends on a lot of factors, like how much money you're willing to spend.
She
what
looked at you and
view
just
you
thought,
like.
sports fanatic,
Yeah.
athlete.
So I realized quickly, like, okay, I need to like be kind of nice to her because I'm sitting next to her for 3 hours, but I'm gonna like put my headphones in and like make sure she doesn't mess with me. And she didn't really mess with me directly, aside from like asking me what time it was. She asked me what time it was because she looked at my phone, and then that got her to thinking, oh, I should look up the time on my phone. And in doing so,
Wait, what?
well, she wanted to look up her like itinerary for her next flight, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So in doing so, she realized that you could get free entertainment on the American Airlines flight via their website.
Sure.
And so what she proceeded to do.
Sometimes. Not all the
Yeah,
time.
not all flights, but
Because
this
the
one,
Wi-Fi doesn't work often.
Yeah, but it did this time. And I know that because for about an hour of the flight,
Yeah.
she was watching the George Lopez show without headphones, full volume.
Yeah, that's enough to press the stewardess button for me. Is
I
that still a button?
It is a button. It's not stewardess.
The
it's
flight attendant
Yeah.
button. Sorry, excuse me.
Very
My bad.
insensitive. It's International
Yeah.
Women's Day, and you're dropping that bullshit.
I know, what the fuck?
So the funniest part about it was that I had my AirPod Maxes in, noise canceling. I am able to tune it out. I'm like, whatever. I cannot be the guy to say to her like, hey, like you're, because I'm pretty easygoing in that regard.
I mean,
It's not.
yeah,
I'm not
and
gonna.
it's George Lopez too. It's like that's a very abrasive show to just put on everybody in the vicinity. You know.
The funniest part of it to me, like I've seen people who play stuff full volume in public spaces, confined public spaces all the time. The fact that it was the George Lopez show
Psychopaths.
was the funniest part to me. Because first off, and I will die on this hill,
Tier 1 lunatic.
the George Lopez show, I watched it during its TV run, every episode.
Sure. Okay,
It was,
what?
it was a family tradition. We'd watch TV together, and that was one
The
thing.
Borislows all watched the George Lopez show together?
During the original run. Yes, we did. We really enjoyed it. Oh, my friend is a low rider. And I was jumping on the trampoline.
See, like
Benny,
stereotypes would tell
Ernie.
me I should expect the Borislow family to watch like Curb Your Enthusiasm together. But no, you're just so cultured that y'all are watching the George Lopez show together.
the George Lopez show was actually really good television when it was in its original run.
I don't doubt that.
It was good. However,
Look, clearly George Lopez is a funny guy.
No, he's not.
had a long, successful
He's
career in comedy.
he is
Well,
absolutely not.
explain the money.
The TV show is good. The TV show.
Are you saying people are stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
The TV show is the only good thing George Lopez has ever done. I really liked the TV show.
I've watched his stand-up. It wasn't for me.
His stand-up sucks. His TV show was horrible on TBS. It got canceled really fast, I feel like. Or no, it didn't get canceled that fast. I think it was on for a while, and people were like, how is this still on? And then it got canceled. Like they forgot it was a thing, and they're like, holy fuck.
We need to cancel that.
We need to cancel that. And then, as an actor, one of the worst actors of all time. He plays the CIA agent in Balls of Fury,
Oh,
the Christopher
man.
Walken ping pong movie.
Oh, no.
And the acting in that movie from him is some of the worst I've ever seen. I actually went on a podcast called Big Screen Sports run by our friend Kyle Banduho.
Hey, shouts to Banduho.
And I broke down with him the entire movie Balls of Fury. You can check that out on where you get podcasts.
That movie probably never should have been made.
No.
That's one of those they could have left alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
So, anyways, so the funniest part to me, I'm intentionally like not looking at her because I don't want people to be like, oh, he's gonna say something. Like, I'm letting everybody around me know I am not gonna be the guy to say something. I'm turned totally away from her into the aisle, and out of my periphery, I see every single person within one row of us looking over at her
Yeah, I can imagine.
because it was
Because of, George
obnoxious.
Lopez that she's blasting into the airplane. That's not even, you can't get away with that anywhere.
No,
George Lopez on blast?
certainly not on an
Like
airplane.
the gym, walk in the hallways of your school.
There's 17 people within one row of her.
That's
17,
just fucked up.
right? 3.
It's also illegal. You're
17.
broadcasting George Lopez illegally
I am
to
100%
16
down
other people.
to making it illegal to watch videos, listen to music, do anything on your phone that involves loud volume in public. I am so down. I would vote for
Ear
whoever.
assault is what it is.
It's a noise violation.
Ear assault should be illegal.
I agree.
Yeah, you should be allowed to file a noise complaint the same way you're allowed to file one on your neighbor, on somebody who's doing that in public, because it should be a criminal act that is punishable by law
And the amount of people in airports,
with a minimum 1-year sentence.
this is the most egregious violation of that, right? Like on an airplane, strapped in, can't move. There's no seats available. If I wanted to
God,
move,
man, there's no escape.
there's no escape.
Where do you go? The bathroom? Have you been in an airplane bathroom? That's hell on earth.
I went to the bathroom
In the
to get away from
sky
it.
of Earth. It's still on Earth.
It is. Well, it's not on Earth.
But
It's
you're
within
on
the
Earth,
atmosphere.
dude. You're still on
You're
the
not
planet
on
Earth.
No, you're not on the planet. The
Yeah,
second
you are, though. You're on the planet.
No, you're
if
within
you're
the atmosphere.
If you're within the atmosphere, you're on planet Earth.
I disagree.
IMO.
Disagree.
IMSO, in my scientific opinion.
So that was the one thing. Fucking, I have George Lopez stuck in my head. I can just hear George's mom, Benny, screaming at Max.
Yeah, do
Carmen.
a George Lopez impression. Get us canceled that way. That's how we want to go down.
I don't think I can do a George Lopez
I
impression.
can't do it either.
So you have that.
See, that's a weird thing. Are you not allowed to do cross-racial impressions anymore? Like, can I do an impression of George Lopez or Dave Chappelle? Is that allowed, or can I only do impressions of white people? I know you don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just a question for the listenership. What is the ruling on impressions for white guys specifically?
Yeah, let us know.
I'm pretty sure the other races are allowed to make impressions of each other still, and definitely of us, the whites. But I do not know where the line is for me anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It is a
I
good
would like
question.
to know. I would like to be able to do impressions of everybody, but I understand that I don't get to make the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So, question for the masses.
Yeah. That was my first travel story. The second one
Okay.
was at that flight where I was sitting next to a woman blasting George Lopez at full volume for 30 minutes to an hour. That flight got in late because there were some storms around Texas.
Criminal.
So I ended up getting off the airplane 7 minutes before my connecting flight was closing the door.
Oh, shit.
So,
Home Alone situation.
I had to
Two
sprint.
specifically running through the airport.
I had to sprint from B6 in the Dallas airport to B32. I intentionally didn't take the tram because I was like, I don't think the tram's gonna get me there in time.
Sometimes you have to take the tram though, don't you, to get from terminal to terminal?
You do,
I don't remember the Dallas airport. I avoided at all costs.
You do, but I was within the same terminal. But it was really far away.
And by that I mean I don't think I've flown in like 2.5 years.
I don't think you have either.
So
I was like, I don't have time to take the tram. I gotta book it. I'm sprinting through the airport, sprinting so fast. I was a blur, I'm sure, to everybody around me. They couldn't. I'm the Flash, and then I did flash my penis.
what, dude? Why?
I didn't flash my penis.
And people in the airport?
I didn't have time to flash my penis because I was sprinting through the airport.
Can't do that, people. You can't show your penis to people.
And guess what? I freaking made it before the door closed.
Wow.
Yeah, that was. I had 6 minutes.
Hey, she was right. Athlete.
And I talked to the guy, and I go, I'm out of breath, like visibly out of breath. Even though I have a mask on, you can still tell I'm hyperventilating. I'm coughing too
Sprinting
because
around with a mask doesn't help, you know.
well, it didn't. And I was also coughing because I'm out of shape and running around indoors with the cool air, and you're like, man, I can't. It really makes me cough.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm
Cool air
visibly out of breath.
somehow.
Coughing, and this guy's like, "Are you on the plane?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, go. We're closing the door." I'm like, "Okay." I go.
Fuck you, man.
I put my ticket. Well, I'm happy I didn't because I put my ticket on the thing. He goes, "You sure you're on this flight?" I go, "Yeah." I show him the thing. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on this flight." He goes, "Nah, you're not on this flight." I'm like, "Look at my ticket. It says I'm on this flight." He goes, "No, it looks like they kicked you off to the next flight because they didn't think you were gonna make it from the connection."
Oh, sick, dude.
And I'm like,
what? Airports are scummy as hell, man. Airlines, rather.
I
And
literally
airports.
said to him, "Well, they didn't know how fast I am."
Yeah, son.
So, and I've learned
Let 'em
over the
know.
years, I have learned that you cannot be a dick to the airport gate attendant. You cannot do it.
They have too much power.
They have too much power. As long as that door is open, they can get you on that plane. So I was so close to being not a dick, but so close to being like, okay, well, can I at least get like a travel voucher for the flight you kicked me off of?
What kind of person are we dealing with here? Give us a little bit of detail on their personality, what they look like, maybe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say he is.
Let's get into race, weight.
Yeah, white man, gray hair, probably around 52. Looked similar to somebody who would be named either Gary
Okay.
or Michael.
Fair enough.
Wearing a pea coat.
Fancy.
I think he might have had a fancy little boy scarf.
Did he have on
The
wings?
No, he didn't have wings on.
no wings?
No, he had a like a little pass.
Wasn't a diehard gate attendant.
No. So, but I had not yet said anything dickish or like tried to like milk as much as I could out of it. You know,
didn't try
as
to
a
milk
Jew,
him? Yeah.
I'm not going to try to milk him. No, but milk something I can out of the situation. As a Jew, I'm going to be like, okay, well, can I at least, get a travel voucher because I was here. You kicked me off a flight that I had bought a ticket to. Give me like a $300 travel voucher, as you would for somebody else you would kick off.
Sure.
It's a thing. But
Not sure what that has to do with being Jewish, but sure.
well, that's
The implication.
I gotta work my magic here. Get a good deal.
Got you.
So
You think the Jews have magic that we don't? The Muggles.
So he goes to me. Yeah, they booked you on flight like 2190. It leaves at 12:45, and that's when I was about to be like, start working my magic of give me something.
Okay.
Fuck you, pay me. And I didn't say anything. I took like a little bit of hesitation. Didn't say anything. And he goes, and it's almost like he was waiting to see if I was going to be a dick to him, and I wasn't. And he goes, but I'll try to get you on this one.
Haha.
Works his little magic in his keyboard.
Sure.
Gets me onto the last seat in the plane. And the funny thing is, while all this is
What
happening,
was going to happen if you were a dick? He was just going to let nobody be in that seat?
100%. Yeah.
Why? But why?
Because that's the power you wield.
Were you next to the restroom?
No, I had a window seat. It was fine. It was good. It was a
Window seat
totally
and
normal
everything?
seat. Totally normal seat. Now, the funniest part is, as all this was happening, I saw some out of breath schmuck run behind me. Clearly took the fucking tram. Coward, bitch. That's what you get for taking the fucking tram. I ran. I got that seat. I deserved it. I made that flight.
You earned it.
Made that flight.
You probably bumped somebody else in the process.
I hope I did. I hope I bumped that guy. I hope that was that guy's seat.
I bet it was.
It honestly might have been. Holy shit. That
See?
fucking idiot.
If you weren't an athlete, you may not have made it.
And the last thing I'll say is that I feel really bad for the guy who sat next to me who I don't want to dox him, but I did see his name. I'm not going to dox him. He has the same name as
You
last
seem like
name.
you want to dox him.
Well, he has the same last name as one of our friends.
Oh.
And so I want to know if they're related, but I also don't because I'm sure that guy is talking shit about me because I was coughing the entire flight from
You
being
think he's
out
gonna
of breath.
come beat your ass.
I was the whole flight I was coughing from being out of breath from sprinting for a mile, and I was coughing right next to him. I was like, dude, you probably think I have COVID, but I don't want to talk to you because then you're gonna get pissed and I'm talking to you because you think I have
God, I
COVID.
wish I could hear the entire inner monologue that your OCD ass had, considering whether or not to say anything to him as you're just coughing, hacking up a lung the entire flight. Beautiful.
And then I put on Act 3 of Genius on my iPad.
Very nice.
Finished it.
Way to go. Please clap.
Please clap.
Love that. Jared, I went to Houston over the weekend to see my parents and meet a friend's baby. You know, you have to go meet the baby. And on the way home, I made a pit stop somewhere that's relatively infamous on this podcast. Can you guess where?
Strip club, a titter.
No. What? Buc-ee's.
Oh.
The infamous Buc-ee's. And man, that place is truly insane. Back in the first era of RBP with Micah as co-host, Buc-ee's was a recurring topic as a result of the Buc-ee's Bandit. Go back and listen to those episodes if you never did. But Buc-ee's is essentially the most excessively large and absurd gas station you could possibly imagine. And they started in Central Texas, if I'm not mistaken. And I went to one on the way back from Houston this weekend, and you can buy anything there. Like, it's gotten even crazier over the last few years. Like, it is a mall.
It is.
A little mall. They
With
have furniture in there.
And they do have a food court.
They have a full-blown food court. The most impressive food court maybe of any gas station or rest stop or really just one-stop place with a bunch of different food options I've ever been.
I love Buc-ee's for so many reasons. And if you have one within 2 hours of you, make a trip.
They're outside Texas now, right?
They are. There's one in Florida.
See? Buc-ee's taking over.
Now, when we say they have everything, I'm talking in one corner, they have like 50 different kinds of jerky. They have an entire jerky
So
counter.
just a wall of jerky.
They have the wall of jerky. And then they have a soda fountain that's like 25 taps long.
A wall of soda.
Then they have a wall of refrigerators full of different sodas and coffees and stuff. In the center is the food court where they have an entire barbecue station.
A whole ass barbecue pit with dudes making brisket and pork and chicken. And then they got sandwiches coming out fresh and people are grabbing them one after the other. And I mean, there's 1,000 people in there, man.
Oh yeah, it's massive. And then there's the pastry section with kolaches. You got any kolaches?
I got 2 kolaches.
Oh, it's so good. I like the kolaches.
Ate both of them.
They're good.
One with jalapeno and cheese, one with just cheese.
Gotta get the jalapeno
Good
cheese.
stuff.
And then they are known all across the world for having the cleanest bathrooms of any rest stop.
They do have incredible bathrooms, and most of their marketing is centered around going to the bathroom. They are also selling official merchandise of Friends, the TV show.
Really?
Friends merch, Jared. T-shirts galore. Not joking. Officially labeled and merchandised and everything. Licensed, I don't know, whatever the word is I'm looking for. And I'm serious. There had to have been 1,000 cars outside this Buc-ee's, bro. Like, it's like a parking lot for a really shitty NFL football stadium.
It is. And they also sell like smokers and grills and like deer blinds. And
Yes, dude. It's the most random shit. It's truly absurd. And there are baby Buc-ee's now. Have you seen one of these yet?
No.
They're just regular gas station sized, but they're Buc-ee's branded.
That's smart.
I mean, it's absolutely nuts.
And by the way, the amount of pumps that are at a Buc-ee's blows my mind every time. They have like over 200 pumps.
So many pumps. All the different kinds of fuel. I'm shocked they don't have like a Tesla deal yet so that they have the EV chargers or whatever.
Wow.
But they should get on that. I think it's really difficult to maneuver those based on my paying attention to it over the past couple of years.
Were you in your Tesla?
I was in the ladies' Tesla, not my own personal one.
Yeah, you have so many Teslas.
God, just such a Tesla guy. Speaking of commerce and commercialism and malls, my co-host on Oysters, Clams, and Cockles, our TV and film podcast, Barrett, texted me and said that he was just at the mall earlier, Barton Creek Mall here in Austin, and that there are just bars everywhere now, like airport-style kiosk bars in the mall.
What?
Yeah. And yet I can't even buy a joint without dealing with a technically criminal enterprise. Like, this is the only way to get people to come to the mall and spend money, is to promise them alcohol get them boozed up and reckless in 2022.
It's actually really smart.
Yeah, it's genius. It's honestly a miracle it took this long to install drinking as part of the mall shopping experience, considering how poorly things have been going for malls since the internet was born.
That's insane. That I never even thought about that because they do that in grocery stores now.
Yeah.
They want your ass to get drunk and then buy 5 packs of Malamars.
Yep. Is there a cutoff, like how you can't buy beers past the 7th inning at a baseball game or like the 3rd quarter of a basketball game? Can you not buy beer anymore once you've wandered into Hot Topic or Sharper Image or something?
Yeah.
Like what's the...
Once they see that, they're like, okay, this guy's
cut him off.
This guy's about to buy a Marilyn Manson cutoff.
They're near the end of their shopping experience. That's when you've wandered into Hot Topic or Sharper Image. You're done.
Sharper Image. What's the last time you went to a fucking Sharper Image?
Oh, man, it's been a good decade plus.
Something that my sister and I realized from watching a shitload of The Price is Right is that the Sharper Image, when we were growing up, that was the store. It's like what Brookstone kind of is today.
Okay.
Where you go in there, all these fancy stuff, and it's expensive. Sharper Image is
They
now...
also had Trump steaks. I'll never forget that. Never forget that.
Sharper Image is now like a cheap brand. Like they're a cheap brand that tries to make themselves...
It was always
come
a
off as
cheap
fancy.
brand, though, and that was always their thing. And the price is wrong, bitch. Today's episode is brought to you by Sunday Lawn Care. It is hard to believe, but spring is finally on its way. We are so close to feeling that soft grass under our feet. But first, many of you who didn't use Sunday last year need to get your lawns back. Thankfully, Sunday gets your lawn growing and helps to keep it healthy all season long. I used it last spring and this winter, and as such, Bolen Media HQ's front and backyard both survived the most recent Austin, Texas freeze, and we are ready to stunt on the entire neighborhood for the rest of 2022. Most of us might not think about our lawns in the winter, but this is the time to prep for the year. You're probably thinking you have so much work to do to get it green and healthy again, but Sunday takes care of all the work for you. They can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. Their custom lawn plans include fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn with all the ingredients like seaweed, iron, molasses, so you can feel good with kids and pets being around. All you have to do is visit getsunday.com/Bolen20. Put in your address and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. Then you can they use the soil and climate data to create a personal nutrient plan delivered right to your door when you need it. Just attach the ready-to-use pouch to a garden hose and spray. Takes less than 15 minutes in the front, 15 minutes in the back. I didn't know diddly about lawn care. Truth be told, I still don't, but I've been using Sunday since last spring, and what I do know is this stuff really works, and it really is so easy. You just hook your Sunday spray up to the garden hose, and you're ready to rock, and Sunday is offering all RBP listeners 20% off, so your lawn can look its best for the rest of the year. Full season plans start at just $129, and you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/Bolen20. That's 20% off your custom lawn plan at getsunday.com/Bolen20.
Grab your light, this is stuff to Wikipedia when you're high.
Stuff to Wikipedia when you're high.
The My Way killings. Today's stuff to Wikipedia when you're high. The My Way killings are a social phenomenon in the Philippines, referring to a number of fatal disputes which arose during the singing of the song My Way, popularized by Frank Sinatra, peaking at number 27 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1969.
They did the Hot 100 in 19... Was it called that? That doesn't sound very 1969.
I think it must have been still called that, or whatever the version of that was. In karaoke bars, more commonly known as videoke in the Philippines, a New York Times article estimated the number of killings to be about 6 up to 2010. Between 2002 and 2012, numerous people were killed for singing this song.
Wait.
Yeah, explanations for these incidents differ from the song being simply frequently sung among the nation's karaoke bars where violence is common, or to perceived aggressive lyrics of the song. Are we thinking of the song, I Did It My Way? How the hell are those lyrics aggressive?
6 people died singing the song My Way by Frank Sinatra in karaoke bars in the Philippines.
Okay, just wait.
What?
Karaoke singing is a widespread popular pastime in the Philippines, including among the poor, where many were earning about $2 a day in 2007 and could purchase time on a videoke machine for 5 pesos, about 10 cents in U.S. currency. Filipinos who can afford to do so often get private rooms at karaoke bars. Since January 16, 1998, about a half dozen incidents have occurred in connection with strenuous complaints over the singing of the song My Way, prompting Filipino newspapers to name the phenomenon the My Way killings. Attention to these killings peaked on May 29, 2007, when a 29-year-old karaoke singer was shot dead by a security guard at a bar in San Mateo, Rizal. The guard had complained that the young man's rendition of My Way was off-key, but the man refused to stop singing, prompting the guard to pull out a .38 caliber pistol and shoot the man dead.
Is that justified in your eyes?
No. I've never seen anyone sing on key at a karaoke bar.
Yeah. Well, maybe the Philippines has higher standards if they are.
I mean, they
love
clearly
it so much.
do. Holy shit.
Filipinos are some of the best singers in the world. Truly.
It says some Filipinos, even those who love the song, will not sing it in public in order to avoid trouble or out of superstitious fear.
Can I tell you a story about how good Filipinos are at singing?
So now they have to avoid My Way entirely? Yeah, sure, go for it.
The lead singer of Journey is no longer in the band Journey, the original one.
Right.
You know, don't stop believing.
Yeah, I know Journey, Jared.
Hold on to
I went to
that
college and
beat.
was in a frat.
So what happened was they did like a call out to replace him for the tours of the band Journey.
Okay.
Which it's funny to think you can have a band tour after the lead singer leaves, right?
Oh, yeah, I've heard this story.
And they found this Filipino guy, and everybody's like, yeah, he's actually way, way better than the original singer. My
Yeah.
parents saw them in Vegas and are like, he's one of the best singers I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's fucked up to say he's better than the OG, though.
Yeah, but apparently he is. And apparently he sounds exactly like him, just like better at singing.
What is the lead singer of Journey's name? The original.
Kevin Journey.
Kevin Journey. Get the fuck out of here. Steve Perry. That was his name. Anyway, as of 2007, the song reportedly had been taken off the playlists of karaoke machines in mini bars in Manila after complaints about out-of-tune renditions of the song resulting in violent fights and murders. As a reference to the phenomenon, Japanese rock band Kishiden released an up-tempo rock cover of My Way as their 10th anniversary single with a promotional music video featuring lead singer being shot numerous times while singing the song. Lead singer's name is Ayono Kozi, who is shot once more in the back while walking away after the song is concluded, collapsing into a heap on the stairs. A shortened version was used as a commercial. What the hell? Cases of singers being harassed, assaulted, or killed mid-performance were being reported all over East and Southeast Asia. Incidents of karaoke rage outside of Asia have also been documented.
I agree. It's in our culture, like being bad is part of it.
Yeah, I don't understand. This is crazy. But listen to all these incidences. In 2007, August, a karaoke singer in Seattle, Washington, was attacked by a woman who wanted him to stop singing Coldplay's Yellow. In March 2008, a man was arrested in Thailand for shooting 8 people to death, including his brother-in-law, in a dispute stemming from several karaoke offerings, including repeated renditions of John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads.
I don't like that song, so I would potentially vote this man innocent in a jury.
Repeated renditions of any song at a karaoke bar should result in some form of violence, but shooting 8 people is a bit of an overreaction. Jesus.
There's 2 sides to every story.
Take Me Home Country Roads on repeat ends in mass shooting. In December 2008, a man at a Malaysia coffee shop hogged the karaoke microphone for so long that he was stabbed to death by other patrons.
Multiple other patrons?
They're like, fuck this guy, let's get him. Stab, 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 stab. That's some pirate shit. In August 2012, a fight over the microphone broke out in a Chinese karaoke parlor with a man killing 2 others with a meat cleaver.
Why the fuck do you have a meat cleaver at a karaoke bar?
I don't know. It seems like that'd be a thing in a karaoke bar, though. Meat cleaver for cleavering meat. In July 2013, an American was stabbed to death for refusing to stop singing in a karaoke bar in Krabi, Thailand.
I've never been to a karaoke bar that had vibes where I thought somebody was going to get murdered.
I've only been to a karaoke bar one time, and when I walked in and tried to order a drink, the bartender cut me off.
Mm-hmm. Probably smart.
It's called Emos?
Yeah.
Right?
Egos.
Egos.
Yeah.
In Austin.
I've been there.
It was a good time. I enjoyed watching the drunk morons, but I also wanted to be one of them and wasn't allowed to because I apparently just looked permanently shit-faced at that period of my life, which is also not an unfair judgment.
So, do you know what's fun? At least before COVID, they used to have this. There's a restaurant/bar probably about 7 minutes from Bolen Media HQ
Oh, also heaven.
that had live band karaoke, and I did it. So you go.
That sounds tight.
You're the lead singer, and you have an entire band playing the song with you, and you just get to be the lead singer of the band for whatever song you pick.
That's legit. I would do that.
It's so sick. I did Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind.
There should be some kind of limit, though. Like, some people just don't know that they're the worst karaoke singer ever, and it results in everybody being tortured.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of drinks involved anyway. Even a good singer could be drunk as shit and like slurring and stinking.
Yeah. Anyway, safe bet. Stay away from My Way by Frank Sinatra.
I did it my way.
Somebody's going to kick in the door and stab you to death right now, dude. It's like saying, whatever into the mirror 3 times.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Jared, what is you trying to bring a curse upon our studio?
Beetlejuice.
Okay, let's just do the rest of the show. Today's episode of RBP is also brought to you by Manscaped. Our friends at Manscaped, the global leaders in below-the-waist hygiene, are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium Collection. This all-in-one hygiene skin and hair bundle is designed to upgrade the everyday man's shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, and balls deserve this. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code RBP. Let me walk you through the Manscaped shower routine. Step 1, lather on the cologne-infused ultra premium body wash with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean and moisturized all day. Not sure if you heard that correctly, but this body wash is cologne-infused, so that special someone in your life will absolutely love it. Step 2, it's hair care time. Apply the 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner that cleanses and nourishes in one step. The non-greasy formula has a base of coconut water, green tea, also turmeric and sage. Apply this to your armpits and pubic region too. Step 3, once you hop out of the shower, protect yourself from body odor by applying the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. This deodorant dries clear and is also cologne-infused. Step 4, have tattoos or dry skin? Let's hit your skin with the hydrating body moisturizer spray. Step 5, apply the Manscaped lip balm. This is a free gift when you purchase the Ultra Premium Collection. Last but not least, we're using the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off any unwanted body hair. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, so you bet it's a major key to the new shower routine. Jared, you know it. This elite trimmer is designed to take and trim hair on loose skin. Although your balls might look like punching bags, don't treat them like one and benefit from their proprietary skin-safe technology.
Keeps your skin safe.
It does indeed. This new bundle will change your life, and I want all my listeners out there to live their best lives. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code RBP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code RBP at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine. Code RBP.
It's a lot of great products in there, Ross.
So many good products, Jared. So many. Manscaped.com, code RBP. We talked, I think maybe a little bit last week about this new video game that came out, Elden Ring. Maybe we didn't. But Elden Ring is an action role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. The game was made in collaboration with fantasy novelist George R.R. Martin.
Really?
Who provided material for the game's setting. It is the largest video game release I've seen in a minute, at least a successful one. And I finally broke yesterday and ended up playing this game for 3 hours while live on Twitch. And holy shitballs. First of all, the thing that drew me in was the memes. There are like memes of people, the way that they die, because you die a lot. Like dying is just a thing you have to get used to if you're going to play Elden Ring. Can't be frustrated. It's like Grand Theft Auto, wasted, except it just says you died.
What happens if you die? Do you lose things?
I'm pretty sure you lose some runes. Now, don't ask me what that means. I just am pretty sure that's part of it. And you want as many runes as you can get, because I think you use those to purchase stuff. But anyway, I got to the first boss, and I hadn't died that many times, like sub 10 times to get to the first boss, and I was kind of impressed with myself, and I was feeling good, to be honest. And I picked a samurai, if you're playing Elden Ring. So I was a samurai, and to get to the first boss, he's this fucking 20-foot tall monster, right? And yeah, I died like 15 times in 2 minutes, and I still haven't beaten it. I might try again after we finish recording today, but it is so addictive. It was like crack. I am fully bought in and loving Elden Ring so far. But there is like almost no direction. Like once you get past the tutorial, which by the way isn't easy to find, you have to jump off a cliff to enter the tutorial. Crazy shit. But once you get past that, there's like almost no direction. You just follow like this shiny mist called grace, which points like in a general direction. Like, go that way, dumbass. And then if you actually just go that way, like if you followed it in a straight line, you just end up running into a bunch of guys that you don't know how to fight or aren't even close to a high enough level to fight yet, and they just absolutely throttle you. Brutally murder you. And I mean brutally. Like, they fuck you up, dude.
They chop off your dick.
It's
and then feed
violent
it to
as
you.
hell. Guess what I named my character?
Come swap.
I'll tell you. Todd Benson.
Did you really?
Yeah,
That's the alter ego of Formula One driver Valtteri Bottas.
that is correct. If you love F1, listen to Formula Bone, F1 show, wherever you listen to RBP, hosted by our own Jared Borislow.
That's me.
Yeah, I named him Todd Benson, but I might have to make a new one, though, because I suck ass as a samurai. Like, it's just, I think I might be a distance attack guy, and you got to really get up in there with your sword to do samurizing. And, yeah, but anyway, I'm definitely going to be playing Elden Ring some more, so follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/bossrollin. That's Ross Bolen with the B and the R reversed. If you want to watch me play some Elden Ring, I also play a lot of Apex Legends. And if you want to watch Jared race in his F1 2021 video game season, follow him at twitch.tv/formulabone.
I will also be ripping boxes of Topps F1 2021 trading cards.
Woo!
On Twitch, starting, I believe, this Friday, whatever day of March that is.
I have no
I don't know
clue.
dates.
I don't know calendars.
I believe I will be opening a blaster box there.
Blaster. Okay.
Yeah.
That's sexual and violent.
Blaster box. Yep, that's
Just a blaster box.
blaster box.
Straight
I
up.
hardly know her.
Blaster box sounds like.
Oh man, do I have a laugh track on it? I think I do.
No. Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'll be
Anyway,
right.
yeah. In big NFL news, there were some pretty shocking developments today regarding celebrity quarterbacks. First off, Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay after all the drama and the bitching and the moaning. How do you feel about this as a Packers fan?
Big fan. I
Of
like
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers?
Rodgers. I think he deserves
God, I hate
to
Aaron
do
Rodgers.
whatever makes him happy. And I think what makes Aaron happy right now is making the most money ever made in the NFL.
And that can happen only in Green Bay, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it did. 153 million guaranteed, Ross.
Okay. Yeah.
Guaranteed.
It's a lot of money.
He just signed he put pen to paper and made $153 million. They literally cannot take away from him unless maybe he says he's like indoctrinated or whatever he said. Inoculated. Something like that.
I can't remember what it was. Neither of those things, but he said he was something instead of.
I've been
he said he was immunized.
Oh, yeah. I've been penetrated.
Also, Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos.
Do you know who
Ciara's husband?
the quarterbacks in that division? Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr.
That is a division right there. Hopefully the price for Deshaun Watson just went up. I don't know if it did, but I feel like it might have. Houston fans, by the way, listen to my Houston sports show, Banging the Can. In other NFL news, Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley was suspended for the entirety of at least the 2022 season for betting on games. It's been a minute since anybody in sports got in trouble for gambling on sports because it's a big, big no-no. You know, Pete Rose still can't get into the fucking Hall of Fame. Calvin Ridley is a big name. That's a big-time fantasy wide receiver right there, and great Falcons wide receiver. Atlanta can't catch a fucking break.
No.
Except for the World Series, I suppose. But Ridley has tweeted some things. I'll start with the first and go to the last. I bet $1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem. Can't tell you how many times I've said that.
Yeah, I saw somebody respond to that. It was like Ridley's lawyers right now, and they were just fucking
Like, oh my God.
pissed off as fuck because there goes all plausible deniability or anything. He just admitted that he bet money.
Says
So
like,
how's his defense on saying,
he says more. I couldn't even watch football at that point. Just going to be more healthy when I come back. I know I was wrong, but I'm getting 1 year, LOL. I know you know me. If you know me, you know my character. It's like, all right, dude, maybe just stop tweeting for a while. Like, I'm not sure this is helping. Openly admitting to the gambling in the first tweet was probably not a great move. Doesn't really matter if you could or couldn't watch football at that point. Everybody knows when you're in the NFL, you're not allowed to bet on NFL games. It's gotten even more complicated with the legalization of sports betting across the country. Just going to be more healthy when I come back is not really the point. You're losing a year of your career in your prime. I know I was wrong, but I'm getting 1 year, LOL. I don't know. Maybe maybe not an LOL.
Would you trade Deshaun Watson for Calvin Ridley right now, even though Calvin Ridley couldn't play for a year?
No. Why
not?
the fuck would we do that?
I thought you wanted to offload Deshaun.
Now, I wouldn't do it, but that doesn't mean the Texans wouldn't do it, the stupidest organization in sports. If you know me, you know my character. Bro, 4 tweets ago, you admitted to betting on sports. You're not supposed to do that. I guess you're defending your character in spite of the act? I did it, but I'm still a good guy.
Yeah. See,
It's just a weird thing to say.
if you're in the NFL, you shouldn't bet on sports, but if you're an RBP listener,
You absolutely should. Today's episode of RBP is also brought to you by MyBookie. March is here and March Madness has officially begun. It's time for you to shoot your shot and score big on the nonstop action with MyBookie. Predict winners in each round of the MyBookie bracket contest for a chance to win a Bitcoin, a Doodle NFT currently valued at over $50,000, and over $100,000 more in cash prizes. Whether you're filling out multiple brackets, betting on the national championship winner, or simply looking for player and game props, MyBookie has you covered. Sign up today with MyBookie and use promo code RBP to make your first deposit, earning a free entry into the MyBracket contest. Selections for the brackets will officially begin on March 13th and close March 17th at 12 p.m., so make sure you get your deposit in now with RBP to secure that free entry. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.ag using code RBP when you make your first deposit to earn a free entry into the MyBracket contest for this mad month of March. I wanted to take a moment to say Happy International Women's Day and Happy Women's History Month.
you know that women
As well.
women comprise around 50% of all humans.
Is that so? Yeah, raising a little girl has given me a totally new perspective on just women and what you mean to our existence. And my own mom is one of the most important figures in my life. I have so much respect and admiration for all the women in my life. Most importantly, the single mother that I am in a very serious relationship with. I love women. Thank you all for making my life worth living, because if Jared's tight little ass was the only one I could spank, I'm not sure I'd stick around. In all seriousness, International Women's Day is a global holiday celebrated annually on March 8th to commemorate the cultural, political, and socioeconomic achievements of women. It's also a focal point in the women's rights movement, bringing attention to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, and violence and abuse against women, all of which, much like racism, you would hope would not exist so much in 2022, but holy shit, has sexism come roaring back into the old social equation in America, especially in my state, Tejas.
I like to celebrate International Women's Day by going through Mitt Romney's binders full of women and pointing out and focusing on notable women.
It's one way to do it, Jared.
Contained therein.
Everybody has their own way that they celebrate Happy International Women's Day.
It's the tits.
Change the name to Happy International Women's Day, just to be even more specific, you know? Do you ever feel like technology created a bell curve and we are past the apex and on the downslide? Like, think about this. Streaming came along, right? Netflix and all that. It disrupts the industry, but the disruption only lasts like a few years before we're back at the too many options and paying for too many channels / apps place we were before. Like, if you really want to access all the best shows and movies available.
I think, I don't remember what it's called because, as we said, we canceled math completely. We do not do math anymore.
No, we don't.
But it's
no more math.
It's one of those graph shapes where it goes up, comes back down, and right now we're in the down part. But then somebody's going to optimize this terrible situation
And it'll
right
go
now,
back up?
and it'll go back up. There's gonna be some bundle that they make that's better than cable was in the beginning. So we're net positive, but right now we're definitely worse off than we were before cable.
Yeah.
Or-
As another example,
After- yeah.
social media had us all more connected to each other than ever when Facebook first launched, but just under 20 years later, and we're more disconnected from ourselves than ever before.
Damn, Ross.
You know?
It's fucking
Bro.
deep, dude.
Maybe living like cavemen in the woods really is the answer, J-Bone.
Maybe we should just fucking a pile.
Back to the pile. Happy early birthday, Courtney, coming up March 19th. Your husband loves you.
Her husband's name is Special Agent Shitbag.
That's his Twitter name. Oh, God. For ad-free Friday episodes, make sure you're signed up to support our podcast with a minimum pledge of just $5 monthly on patreon.com/Ross Bolen Podcast to gain access to those exclusive all-new material Friday ad-free episodes on patreon.com/Ross Bolen Podcast. Follow us on social media. TikTok, at the Ross Bolen Podcast, Twitter at the Ross Bolen Podcast, Instagram. Wait, Twitter's at Ross Bolen Pod, excuse me. Instagram at the Ross Bolen Podcast. And like I said up front, listen to the Formula Bone F1 show. Follow Jared everywhere at Jared Borislow. Follow Formula Bone everywhere at Formula Bone. Follow me at WR Bolen on Twitter and Instagram. Follow both of us on twitch.tv/bossrollin and twitch.tv/Formula Bone. We will be back tomorrow on Wednesday with another episode here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And of course, Friday on Patreon for our supporters in the RBP gang, the Enforcer tier, and the OGs. Until next time, peace be with you. And also with you.